Good kill, good kill.
Hey, good kill.
So in the last video, there were a lot of people commenting that they wanted me to fly the F-22. I don't usually fly the mods, but since this is what you guys want, we'll fly it. Keep in mind the F-22 is a mod, so it doesn't fully represent the F-22. Obviously, a lot of that is still classified. And so we're fighting a J-15, Chinese J-15 here today. We're merged. And I kind of screwed up the merge right here, but no worries. He's got an SD-10 off. That did not track, and he only really gets one good turn against me, and after that he's in trouble, and he didn't manage to get a kill. So here he is, dumped the nose here. He fired another SD-10, that'll never track. Fox 2, I missed. He fired an R-73 that also did not track. I'm just completely jamming his Wes here. He can't get a shot really, and right here he's in trouble. He dumped his nose to regain energy. He's now underneath me. Fox 2 and hit, and it looks like he's still flying, so let's fix that. There you go. Dude, the F-22 is such a meme. I think it's got like a reduced IR signature as well, including a stealth capability. Before we get to the next video, guys, I just want to take a minute and thank Mate and Lee for their support of the channel. Big thank you to both of you for submitting these pictures. And if you've purchased merch and you'd like an opportunity to show up in a video just like this, go ahead and send a picture to GrowlingSidewinder@hotmail.com and we can make that happen. Alright guys, on to the next round. So I can neither confirm nor deny, but I think that the IR signature has kind of been played with on the F-22 here, where I still have a very small IR signature. I still have one, but it's very small. That's my theory anyway. I don't know if that's true or not, but definitely is going to make it very hard for him to hit me. Here's the merge, and he cobra'd really hard in that one, and I couldn't get a lock because I screwed up the merge again, and he has a Fox. Oh, he hit me. Oh wow. Well, I have an IR signature now. So you can obviously see these Fox 2 fights, they end very quickly. You merge, you can count to 10, and more than likely one of you is going to be dead. If not in the first leaf, it'll happen in the second leaf. So very deadly. Obviously, it's a whole question of can the J-15 even make it to a merge with an F-22, but we're trying to see what would happen if it could, right? This is a what-if scenario. And so here we go again, about to merge with him here. And merge. Alright, one circle again. Fox 2, I actually got a lock. That one's going to hit him, I think. And he's behind me now. As he comes out this side, he should be on fire. There he is. Love the F-22. And so if you've noticed, the J-15 can actually see me, at least with his EO, which I think is what he's using. Actually, he's going to have to use radar to fire the missiles, so the SD-10s. So he can see me on radar and EO, but we're within 5 miles, and he can see me. At 10 miles, he might be able to see me as well, but, 5 miles, he can definitely see me. Whether his missiles get a good IR track is a whole different story. There's another Fox 2 that went straight into the ground with no track, and I didn't even shoot that time. And here we go again. Notice how when he pulls the Cobra, he has to dump his nose to get any energy back, and that gives me the perfect opportunity to just hit him. Like, he can't do anything after the first turn. He's got one turn to try to kill me. That's it. Just one. So if you've noticed, I can actually keep up with the J-15 even when he hits his Cobra button and takes away the AOA limit on his aircraft, and he can just pull the nose around. I can still kind of keep up with it, which is kind of interesting. There's the merge. And see, he's going down. That'll give me a nice opportunity to get some angles here. I'll get a shot right here. Fox 2. And that one looks like it might hit him right in the ass. Yep. Dude, the F-22 is so OP. Alright guys, let's do a Tacview review. The only thing I want to point out is that we're not going to talk about who's going to win and, capabilities of aircraft and stuff, because the F-22 is a mod, doesn't obviously represent the full capabilities of the F-22, so why talk about it? What we're going to do is talk about the mechanics of a Fox 2 fight in a merge, a high off bore sight situation, something like that. Alright, so notice how the first thing we're going to do is these merges are always going to be one circles. Okay, it's always going to be here and here. This is going to be a one circle. Okay. Also, alternatively, if I had come this way and he had turned this way, this would have been a two circle, because you can remember it because this forms two circles. All right. This would have been a one circle. All right. Now the reason that we use the one circle is because the one circle keeps it very close quarters. And if you're close together, there's a minimum range at which a missile won't function anymore. It won't be able to get the lock. It won't be able to pull the G's, all that stuff. And right now, that's why you're going to stick together like this. Think of it as almost like hugging a boxer during a boxing match, right? It's like that. You're just getting close to him so he can't throw punches at you. This is the same concept. Look at, you saw the closure, you saw the distance between the two bandits there. Imagine if one guy comes this way and the other guy turns this way. Look at this distance difference, right? Versus if the guy had come this way. you would have this much distance, right? This is called jamming the WEZ. This is a Z. I apologize. It's a weapon employment zone. Okay? And that's the concept here. Whether it's, you know, down or left or right, it's all the same. And so that's what we got going on here. You notice both of us, notice how I actually get nose around before the Su-33, which is, you know, again, it doesn't mean anything, but he is pulling the Cobra button here, the flight computer, whatever that's called, in order to bring this nose up. And you can see right here, we're both pre-flaring. The pre-flaring, very important for these high off-bore sight missiles. It's dramatically going to increase the chances of survival if he does manage to get one off. And he does manage to get one off, and look at this, no track. Okay, that may have been... yeah, that missile came off. I mean, here's the thing. The Russian planes don't fire any missiles unless they have a lock. So unless he, you know, does launch authorization override, and I don't think he did that here. So that missile actually came off because it had a track, but as soon as it came off, it just couldn't pull the G's because the distance is 2,000 feet. So that missile just didn't even bother to turn, just kept flying straight. And you'll notice that he is very low on speed, true airspeed of 217. So he's probably sitting like extreme, like maybe like 100 knots. He's probably sitting, and because he's so slow, he has to dump the nose. He has to go almost full nose down in order to keep flying the aircraft. And you can notice once again I'm pointing at him. Once again I'm pre-flaring because he may fire the missile. Notice how here I'm not flaring anymore. I stop because there's no missile that can come off and do a full 180 in 2,000 feet. I'm not within the launch parameters of the missile, so I don't pre-flare, and so he also doesn't, right? And right here where I feel like, oh, I could be within the launch parameters of that missile again, because an R-73 could absolutely come off, do a turn, and hit me right at this, the orientation of his nose. So I'm going to start dropping some flares. He does the same thing, and he actually manages to get off an SD-10 and an R-73. Neither one of them track because, again, the WEZ is jammed. Right, I'm 1,000 to 1,500 feet away from him. And at this point, I have the altitude advantage. You can see I'm sitting above him. Right here, he's already low on speed. He's below me. In order to turn around, in order to do anything, he's going to have to dump his nose again, which is going to give me further angles. And you'll see, here's my 9X being fired. No, see, it tries to pull, but it just can't. We're way too close. We're 937 feet. And the angle was also very difficult for the missile. So, jamming of the WEZ there. Again, he tries the one circle, as he should. And look at how much of an advantageous position I have now. I'm sitting above him. I just point my nose at him, Fox 2. That's one dead bandit. I guess he was dead. Tacview said he was dead. This is the one where I gunned his wing off. The first round, I think it was. Alright guys, so that's going to be basically the fundamentals of the Fox 2 fight. As long as you follow those rules, you should kill anyone who doesn't know these things, right? So, and if you fight a competent bandit, you know, it could come down to a 50-50. Ideally, you don't ever want to merge with somebody because your odds, you know, they go to 50-50, depending on the aircraft. Like, if an F-22 merges with a MiG-21, it's not 50-50, but, you know, for the most part, if the other guy's in an aircraft like a Russian Sukhoi or something, it's going to be 50-50. Okay guys, so that's going to be the video for today. I hope you found it useful, at least entertaining, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.